What's up, guys? My name is Jamie, and in today's video, we're going to be talking about 5 things you need to add into your training regimen over the off season to become the best soccer player you can and beat out all your teammates, all your opponents, and impress your coaches. So let's get into it. The first tip I have for you guys is to recover and to do injury prevention exercises. Okay, it's kind of a two-in-one. First off, what I mean by recovery, of course, at the end of the season, after you're done, a lot of people have aches and pains, ankle injuries, little twists. We want to let those rest, keep them from getting injured again before we start, really training again, picking it back up. Because if not, you're just going to carry those on the next season and play like crap. So getting that done is like the number one first step. Secondly, what I mean by injury prevention exercises, okay? So a lot of times when you start training, especially as you get older, a lot of muscles that normally are kind of weaker, like for example, big things in soccer, your ankle and your hips. Those are the two main things in soccer that will get injured really easily. We want to strengthen those as much as we can. So a good video, this guy named Low Back Ability, guy on YouTube. I'll link one of his videos down in the description, but one of his videos is really good because it's more focused on people with lower back injuries and issues, but it really strengthens a lot of muscles that are really weak and get injured very often. So strengthening those before you start any other sort of training is really good to have a really good base. Like for example, they say don't build a house on sand, build a house on a rock. So we want to make that rock, make that foundation, and then we can get into other exercises that'll strengthen and improve your game. Now this video is just a general explanation of all 5 of these tips. Later on, if you guys want me to, let me know in the comments and I will totally make a video on each of these separately to go more in depth on certain workouts and exercises that you guys can do in the off season to really ramp that training up and bulletproof your body to prevent it from getting any injuries. So just let me know. Now the second tip I have for you guys is cardiovascular training, okay? As you know, soccer is probably one of the, if not the most cardiovascularly intensive sports, okay? Endurance is what I'm really talking about. So we need to build that endurance up as high as we can. Now, this can mean jogging, of course. This could also mean running, doing sprint walks, which build your cardiovascular, but also increase your speed. This could even be things like biking and swimming, okay? Swimming is one of the best things for your body because it hits all of your muscles and it also prevents your body from getting all aches and pains because it's very low impact. So swimming is another good one. One other thing just to keep in mind is to slow progress into it, okay? I cannot stress this enough. Through my soccer career, I've always wanted to get into a lot of consistent endurance training, but the problem I always had was I wanted to get into it fast. So I'd start out with a really fast, 3-mile one day. And then the problem was I got sore and was sore for like 3 days straight and wanted to wait until I didn't get sore to start training again, and I wouldn't end up training. So an important thing for you guys to do is start slow, start with something that's easy, manageable, and won't kill your body at the first time, and then slowly progress up. This will help you stay consistent and also not destroy your body in the process. Now the third thing I have for you guys is strength training, okay? This is probably one of the most talked about things and the first thing you think about when you think about off-season training, but it should be treated very carefully, okay? First off, you have to warm up before you do any sort of strength training. This is one big mistake I made. It costed me a lot of aches and pains that I could have avoided, a lot of injuries, okay? If you don't think you need warm-ups now, please do them because an injury is coming, okay? I thought I was good, not getting any injuries, not warming up, and then it happened. Then I got some injuries and it sucked, okay? First off, warm up, okay? Secondly, as for the actual strength training, there are a couple routes you can go, okay? A lot of people will do the normal, push-pull leg split. That's totally fine. What I would recommend if you're a beginner, start with calisthenics. The reason I say this, it's very similar to what we talked about with building that foundation. Okay, a lot of push-ups, pull-ups will build a lot more muscles than these targeted muscles that machines and other workouts will do. So building up those stabilizers and building up good supportive muscles with calisthenics is really important to build that good strong base. Okay, that's what I recommend. Again, if you guys want any sort of individual videos that go in more in depth, please let me know. Especially with this strength training, I can definitely put some workouts together, and it kind of ties into the recovery because a lot of those warm-ups are very similar to what you'll do in those recovery and injury prevention exercises that help you warm up and prevent injuries. Now, the next tip I have for you guys is to focus and work on your soccer skills. Okay, one thing I stress not enough, because it's the most important, is to work on your basics. Okay, this includes juggling, dribbling, passing, simple stuff like that, touches, all that. First touch, one of the most important things in soccer. Training these things are one of the most important things and are really easy to train, honestly. This should be like, if you're going for a training session, this should be your first 10 to 20 minutes. Get it out the way, do these basics so this can implement, and it's kind of like a warm-up too for the rest of your training. So doing those, very important. Now, next, shooting. I know people love to do shooting, and the one problem is they overdo it. Okay, very similarly to what I was talking about with the cardiovascular exercises and getting sore really fast. If you shoot too much, you will get sore. Your body will start aching, and then you don't want to train anymore. So minimizing the amount of full power shots you do and focusing on simple shots in the corner, accuracy, is way more important and will benefit you way more. Okay, now as for passing, please try and get a teammate or a friend to come out with you. Okay, it helps with passing. You can do 1v1s. A lot of things you cannot do by yourself, you can do with your friends. So try to get a buddy or multiple buddies to come out and train with you. Okay, that's a good thing. Also, if you have your coach, he's running some off-season summer practices, do those. I'll be running those soon with my team. It's soon, guys. Trust me, it's soon. We're gonna do them soon. Okay, those are important. Also, if you don't have a teammate, you need to practice some passes, get a wall. Okay, this is really a nice thing to do. It helps with your touch, it helps with your passes, because you can just hit the wall and come back to you. All right, so if you don't have any friends, hit that up. Now, these tips are great and all, but one big problem a lot of people have over the summer is they just aren't consistent with the training. Okay, now this problem can be fixed really one way, and it's by building your knowledge and understanding. Okay, so what I recommend, read this book. It's called The Compound Effect by Darren Hardy. Okay, it's really helpful for building habits and staying consistent so you can actually benefit from this training. Because the most important thing is consistency. Okay, just doing it once isn't enough. Being consistent over the summer is one of the best things you can do. Okay, now building your knowledge doesn't just mean books, although books are great. I know, crazy. Audiobooks are also good if you don't like reading. I know a lot of people don't. YouTube videos are great in general. Informational ones though, not BS ones. All right, informational videos are great for building your knowledge. Also, building your knowledge in soccer is also great. So looking at videos on soccer, specifically watching videos about formations, specific drills, specific skills, looking at professional players, all very helpful things you can do to build your knowledge and will help you on the off season to get you better. Well, that's pretty much it for the video, guys. If you think I missed anything, or if you want me to go more in depth on any of these tips, please let me know in the comments. If you enjoyed the video, consider liking and subscribing. But with that, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.